Well, this is a message for browsing apps for computers, and it's going to be defunct as well because there is only one app that is going to be tears down, and it's going to be actually the number one for browsing system like those things. This is not the number one browsing systems as well. This is going to be the main browsing things as well as we're looking on to Microsoft Edge as well. So I have my mouse cruiser on and I just look into YouTube when I was just watching at the television because of the shorts that turned into some kind of bad viral things when I was watching around of those railfan things and the model trains like I just gotta be watching on the day because instead of doing this as well because I just probably using for my computer at nighttime for a long time as well, so I'm probably not sure. Don't mention me that I just actually doing this right now because as you can see the time as well and the date, it was recorded at 3 a.m. already that I just actually making up for this video. So we just already talking about for these things as well, or we're not gonna be talking about for some sort of strategy. So let's just talk about Google download. And even it's actually might no longer downloading for just in the next year as well. Even is actually going to be for exact install for the Google as well. We didn't actually try to know as the Google like those things as well. The professional's guide or the beginner's guide isn't going to be for downloading for one of those things as well. So, but as we look for this meme Z, as we possibly didn't search that I'm never gonna be mentioned around for this one as well. So even mentality, I'm not very sure. This isn't gonna be for just existed anyways. So this is not going to be for searching for very long time as well. Because of this Google AI that I never be able to be searching here was actually pretty shocking because they're unable to do this for just try to learn. But the bad thing is it's impossible to learn for this voiceover to do this as well by using voice with your search on YouTube or any kinds of like anything as well, or any kinds of like those other browsing apps or anything as well. So probably not that as well. So we're gonna be going to do this as well. So even for it's one to do this as well. And the first thing is I cannot believe it as well. And we're gonna be taking a look what is about to happen for around here in Google or in Microsoft Edge. Unfortunately, sometimes it will might able to be stopped as well for going to download as well. And the bad news is that the Internet Explorer has been defuncted or like it was being retired for sometimes in 2021, and I never devastated to see like this anymore to do this as well as we might able to be seeing for some sort of for the website companies as really possible that it doesn't exist. I'm regardless for around for one many reasons to find out. I didn't expect that we're gonna be going to do this as well. So this is actually my truth. It is that I just watching on the television shorts from this day as well. And as you can see, this is absolutely very shocking as well. Even for some sort of things have just changed like anything it goes, as we'll be seeing for a round of those things as well, that anything for it's absolutely one of their kinds, and because that Microsoft Edge plans is going to defunct everything as possible for no reasons for a very long time for multiple of those things. And when you think that Microsoft Edge was actually even going to be defunct around for Firefox and Safari, like even possible as well, and it still exists on for mobile apps like those things, or some kind of tablets as well. So even it's actually there must be a new video for just actually to save around of those things as well. So this is actually going to beat Chrome anything as well. So absolutely for the memory RAMs are actually more larger than him it was, because even it's actually being using for around for the Microsoft Edges, and it's not even possible that is going to be for last long until your computer is crashed with Microsoft Edge. Even it's possible, and it was very limited, that is will be taking for a few long time to for watching hours might able to be automatically stopped because of this one. I'm not gonna be very sure that the Microsoft Edge did something that is actually for your progress, and the progress is absolutely might going to be blocked from all of the countries in the future by 2030s. And as you can see, it might gonna be still exist for today, or sometimes it might going to be defunct in the future of those things. Things are not going to be bright as well. So the first video, let's watch the shorts of this Microsoft Edge. And because that easy to search of the results was not going to be pretty good as well. So the first thing is actually going to do this as well. And the Chrome download will now be unavailable to do this as well. And it actually recommends for using for fast, secure, and modern websites. And modern website is, it's actually going to be extremely futuristic and more extremely secure without being harmed as well. And it sounds way more better than NordVPN, because if this is actually going to be for make some money, and a lot of times that we might able to be created to do this as well, the fastest way is actually for growing money even faster and defunct anything around their American car companies, including for all of the European car companies and Swedish car companies as well, including Japanese car companies as well. So shouldn't be able to be doing this for a reason as well. Even it's actually gonna be trying to do this. We're gonna be enable for the those things as well. So actually it's not going to be for working like I guess. The confusing reasons about the Microsoft Edge isn't going to be that easy. Something is actually for some kind of champions is going on for around here as well, that might be able to be seen for some kind of to do this is drop as well, or gotta be sending about of the message as well. So the fastest, this is actually the most fastest way to upload anything as well and post it to all of their devices from anywhere as well, including that smart television. Was actually even that works like those big computers like the smart television as big as hell. Even it's not gonna be going to send with any devices, like a lot of reasons around as well. So even it's actually for those RAM memory using for just one thing as well. So even it's actually more higher than it was, than how wasn't going to be expected that things are just going to be for Microsoft is going to defunct anything as well. So this is not actually going to be for changes tended to get even for more faster. Unfortunately, my computer is getting even slow. And the next one is the Google myself was actually for one thing as well. And it's pretty easy to find like anything as well to do this as well, as we're being talking about this, and it has its channel already. So the next thing is actually for more defunct things is the Firefox is actually might going to be retired or gonna be defunct like itself for one reason. If we move to Firefox, and it's not going to be getting away for around here, as we never possibly to do this as well. and sometimes it might going to be defunct in the future. And because next goes to Safari, it still existed on their phones, computers, and anything as well, and will not able to mention with the PH word. Do not able to let me know in the comments where there's PH is, and it stands for Philadelphia. Don't ever comment that we're not gonna be able to be show you that will tell me why it wasn't going to be for this way anymore. And that leads to this. You remember about of those old logos of the Internet Explorers? So the oldest Internet Explorer things was starting around here, even especially for the Google Chrome as well. And because of around over its retiring series of the web browsers like doing this as well, even it's actually for some kind of one reason is turning itself to something actually as well. The Microsoft Edge was being defunct like this actually for ceased operations around here as well. And what about for Google as well? So what about this? I'm not very sure. If we're gonna be saying for Google as well, it's not gonna be existing in Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. It's not gonna be pretty easier for around itself. As we're looking on for the Google myself, was actually pretty far along as well for multiple of those things as well. A lot of Google myself to do this. What should I Google myself? And it's not going to be pretty exist when I was making this video. So look at this background images, and let's just start to search for Forza game as well. So isn't going to be for one thing as well, and actually it continues to search pretty good as well. Unfortunately, things have just the biggest companies are going to be taking around for a first place like itself, and it's actually going to be still working itself as we're going to be looking for the images. So it's still going to be trying to do this as well. So still downloadable as well. The news videos are still working. The web browserings and some books that you might going to be buying for to do this as well. So instead of all of the images as well. So even it's actually for these motorsport things as well. So we're gonna be going for right. It's not gonna be the motorsport 8 as well. So let's go into be in for the images. It's still working by the way, and it's not able to be coming to still actually work. So before we're gonna be end of this video, this is actually for the part 1 as well, and the features is absolutely continue to work, and especially like those things as well that we're gonna be getting onto the images as well. But things have still actually going to be working as well, but I'm not very sure. This is actually for its one thing as well in the I mean, this is actually for something what I just never be able to be saying for about of those too many reasons why that Internet Explorer was actually gone before, that I'm never gonna be expected to completely try to say this for a very long time, but it was 3 years ago since 2021 or 22, and we're never gonna be guessing around of its well that things have just actually completely changed as well, but I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for around its well. So I'm still gonna be staying for a little bit alive as well. So this is actually for says in the memory of the Internet Explorer, we might going to be still remember until things have just changed to get rid of those things, and it's going to be forgotten by this well. And because of the Microsoft Edge is the #1 most remembered in the future by 2030s. So that is absolutely all the reason why it's gotta be the end of this video. So let me know when Google isn't downloadable anymore in Microsoft Edge as well. Things have just not gonna be very sure, and I'm very not going to be kind of like those things as well. This is actually very disappointed as well, and because it looks like it's actually going to be since 2008. This is actually going to be for Telus Chrome around here. Things that is not going to be for a very long time. That was a phony image of those things as well. Even it's going to be changing into something prohibited around the world without even for sharing as well. Things might going to be added firewalls on multiple of those countries from America, South Asians, Northern Europe, and Africa, and even possibly as around the world. Even it's actually for getting things, many more ridiculous things as well. Even it's actually going to get things, very things that's some sort of worse things, whatever it's not going to be for try to do as well. So even it's actually going to be for the privacy, isn't going to be for that work, and sometimes this will might able to be no longer downloadable for a long time. It's actually for pretty bad reputation for a little bit for one thing as well. So things are something that is actually still remembered though as well. So that is absolutely the end of the video as well. So this is actually for today isn't going to be downloading for Google Chrome as for the long time as well. For even it's not going to be remembered anymore, and things have slightly going to be forgotten and about of those things as well. And because of promotion of those only one things that might going to change a lot since a while ago for about this situation. So that is the end of the video as well, and I guess that is it. Thanks for watching and about those situation of those things as well. We're now gonna be shift up into the part 2, and it will going to be easy around of those things. In the next video, we might going to be diving in to Microsoft Edge, and that should be able to be for saying bye bye. I like those things as well. So don't worry, I'll be signing off. Thanks for your support like those things.